Hey, Shakespeare. So, I'm sure many of you guys have heard of V4, V6, V8, V12, flat 6, boxer engines, and many more. But you might not know what they mean or how they work. And that is about to change by the end of this video. So I low-key have a drawing here. I do this myself to kind of explain to you guys what these various engine terms mean. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Shakespeare, so as you can see here, I have drawn some engine layouts here to kind of help explain to you how these engine layouts work and then what they do. So let's get started. So firstly, we have the i4 here, i6, v4, v6, and then v8. So let's start off with the i series, that is the i4. So the I basically stands for inline. That is because the cylinders in the engine are arranged in a straight line, and then the 4 represents the cylinders in the engine. So when we say I4, it means the cylinders are arranged in a straight line, and then the engine has 4 cylinders. As you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cylinders that is connected to the crankshaft that powers the vehicle, or let me say the machine, same as the i6, but except the i6 has obviously 6 cylinders from the name that is also connected to the crankshaft that powers the machine. So sometimes the i4, let me say the i6, can be called the straight 4 or the straight 6, and that is because it is arranged in a straight line. So it can be called inline 4 or straight 4 or straight 6, depending on however you want to put it. So now let's move on to the V-shaped engines. So the V-shaped engines, it is self-explanatory. So with the V-shaped engines, the V is called V because the cylinders are arranged in a V configuration. They are arranged in a V shape, and then the 4 obviously represents the amount of cylinders in the engine. So as you can see here with V4, we have 2 cylinders on both sides that is connected, that is held by the pistons to the crankshaft. Same as the V6 and then V8. So this is the piston, the metal that holds the cylinders in place connected to the crankshaft is what we call the piston. And then so V4 has 4 cylinders, V6 has 6 cylinders, and then V8 obviously has also 8 cylinders. So now we understand, or let me say we have an idea of these various engine layouts. We can just go ahead and find out what these engine layouts are used for, or let me say some popular productions relating to these engine layouts here. So let's start off with the i4. So the image you see right now on the screen is an inline 4 engine, and this is a worldwide staple in the motorcycle and then basically in the car industry. It is normally found in most saloon cars you see out there, like the Honda Accord, Honda Civic. Most cars out there use this type of engine layout. So it's very common in the car industry, especially with sedan or let me say saloon cars. So now let's move on to the inline 6 engines. So the inline 6 engines, of course, it is a better version of the inline 4 engines. Major car companies like BMW, Mercedes normally use this type of engine layout. Cars like the Mercedes AMG, BMW i6, and many more use the i6 engine layout. The only downside is it is too long, like too wide for most cars, but it is a very good performing, high performing engine out there. So now let's move on to the V-shaped engines. With V4 engines, there are not a ton of them in the car industry, and that is because it is normally used in the motorcycle industry. Talking of motorcycles, the V4 engines are normally used in the MotoGP ecosystem. That is because sports motorcycles like Ducati, as you see on the screen right now, use the V4 shaped engines. Moving on to the V6 engines. So this is one of the most beloved engine layouts out there. As of today, most cars you see on the road use this particular type of engine layout. In some cases, they are even used by supercars, or let me say by racing cars. Cars like the Nissan GTR, the recent Toyota Camry, Lexus RX 350, and many other well-performing cars out there use the V6 engine layout. So now let's move on to the V8. So the V8 is commonly found in very high-performing cars. Of course, more cylinders, more power. And then with high-performing cars, I mean from rally cars, that is from off-road cars, to sports high-performing cars, use the V8. Off-road cars like Tundra and then super fast cars like Bugatti, Ford Mustang, and many more use the V8 as well. Guys, so that'll be it for today, and I welcomely accept any suggestions in the comment section. And then also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and then make sure to smash the subscribe button, bro. What are you waiting for? Come on, subscribe. Until next time.